Hi everyone, I'm Jennifer Park and welcome to Turning Leaf Field Notes. This is episode 2, and if the last episode struck a nerve, if you've been quietly grieving a version of yourself you didn't expect to miss, this one is for you. Because there's a phrase I hear frequently from the women I coach, I feel lost. They say it almost apologetically, like it's a confession, like feeling lost means something has gone wrong. I want to offer you a reframe today. You're not lost, you're between identities, and there's a name for that space. I felt it myself the week I started stepping back from full-time schoolwork. For 29 years, if you'd asked me what I did, the answer came out before I even finished hearing the question. I'm a school psychologist. Now some days I'm still walking school hallways, and other days I'm building New Leaf coaching from my home office. And I genuinely don't know which sentence to reach for when someone asks what I do. Not school psychologist anymore, not fully coach yet, just in between. I hear a version of this from almost every woman I talk with about this season, whether they retired all at once or eased into it the way I'm doing. It's rarely the job itself they miss the most. It's the certainty of knowing exactly who they were the moment they walked in the door every morning. They planned the future finances, they had the goodbye party, the cards, the cake in the workroom. On paper, they did everything right, and they still end up standing in kind of a hallway with no doors, wondering why nobody warned them it would feel like this. Here's the truth. Nobody warned you because most of us don't have language for this particular stage. We have language for endings, like retirement parties, last days, goodbye cards. We have language for new beginnings, new routines, new hobbies, new chapters, but the space in between, the part where you're no longer who you were and not yet who you're becoming, that's the part that is almost invisible in our culture. And it's exactly where you are right now. William Bridges, one of the leading researchers on transitions, described change as happening in 3 stages. First, an ending, letting go of an old role or identity. Second, what he called the neutral zone, an in-between where the old identity has been released, but the new one hasn't fully formed yet. Third, a new beginning, where a fresh sense of self and direction finally takes root. Most of us expect to skip straight from ending to new beginning, like flipping a switch. Turning your badge on a Friday, wake up on Monday as a fully formed, retired person with a new identity already installed and ready to go. That's simply not how identity works. There's a gap in the middle. And that gap, the neutral zone, is the part nobody prepares you for. It's supposed to feel uncomfortable. Researchers who study rites of passage across cultures have found the same pattern again and again. A person moving through a major life change is first separated from their old role, then held for a while in an ambiguous, in-between state, before finally being welcomed into the new one. That middle state is almost always marked by confusion, restlessness, even a quiet kind of grief, not because something has gone wrong, because that discomfort is the actual mechanism through which transformation works. Here's what matters. The discomfort isn't a malfunction. Rushing past it, filling it with busyness, or waiting anxiously for it to resolve on its own doesn't shorten it. If anything, it stalls it. Every woman I've watched move through this gracefully wasn't the one who found her answer the fastest. She was the one who stopped demanding an answer and let the in-between actually do its work for her. Some days I still feel like an imposter in both worlds that I'm straddling right now. I'll be mid-sentence on a coaching call and catch myself slipping into psychologist report language out of habit. I'll be back in a school building for half a day and realize part of me has already left it behind. I've had to learn that this discomfort isn't a sign I'm doing something wrong. It's a sign I'm actually doing it right, that the work of becoming is underway, even if it doesn't feel productive. If you're in that in-between right now, I want you to sit with this question. What if the discomfort you're feeling isn't a problem to solve, but a stage to move through? Instead of asking, why don't I feel settled yet? Try asking, what is this in-between trying to teach me? And instead of demanding that you have your next identity fully figured out by next Tuesday, ask yourself what one small, low-stakes thing you could try this week, not to find the final answer, just to learn something small and true about who you're becoming. Don't rush to answer any of this, just notice what comes up. If this resonates, join me again here on After the Classroom. We'll talk about the emotional, psychological, and practical sides of this season and together learn how to move through the in-between instead of fighting it. If you'd like to keep the conversation going, I've created a free private Facebook community, also called After the Classroom, where educators walk with one another through this transition. I'll put the link below. I hope to see you there. Until then, I'll see you in the next field note.